Yeah, howdy, Chuck.
Hey, how's it going?
Studio.
Great.
We're working on the big painting of Helen.
It's really fantastic, man.
Yeah,
Can't believe what it's going to look like and painted over top of silver leaf. That's going to be incredible.
well, it's the classic reclining female figure. Once again, comes to the rescue for a painting, and this is a modern space age version. So I decided to use an alien abduction. Of course, I'm working on. I've got the composition laid out, and we're really just ready to paint now. Her suit's going to be made out of silver leaf, and then it finished sort of like a stained glass, with a black etched like wonderful little
Well, I
veil.
wonder what she's doing on the spacewalk.
Well, the aliens took care of all that. We don't have to really worry about what they wanted or how they're what or did she get hurt or it's
Well, obviously, he doesn't have a helmet on, so.
well they take care of all that. The aliens make everything happen, but nonetheless,
That is a helmet.
well, it's just another example of a reclining female figure that has to be taken into the space age.
Well, it's really nice. You're going to see a nice portrait of Helen. That'll be great.
Well, sometimes I think the best way to start a painting like this is the proper mixture of coffee and bourbon.
Well, it's really beautiful.
Then you get your daring do up, and then once you start to paint, well, then you're sort of committed for another 10 hours or 3 hours or 10 days till it starts to dry. So if you can get the rough paint on the canvas in a stupor state, you're going to finish it. But it takes a lot of guts just to pick up that 100-pound brush and get started.
Well, I miss it, but I write now. That's what I do, my creative outlet. So,
All right, Chuck.
good job.
Yeah.
Did you do good?
Okay, this is the crash course in the Ralph Wolf Callan style of painting. Now, Ralph went to the Art Students League and got started, but he didn't spend much time there because he was immediately hired to paint portraits, and he just didn't go back. I did much the same. I went to the Art Students League, and then Ralph came into New York City, and I just went to work for him. He's a fantastic celebrity portrait painter. But anyway, when I visited, I first met him in Atlanta, Lexington. He was painting the Hortsey set. I met him. He had some gigantic paintings in a bar called the Library there, and I was just totally mesmerized by his technique. And I asked the bartender who he was, and he pointed over to this drunk in the corner, and well, it became a lifelong love affair. I eventually went to work for him in 1980 in Palm Beach, painting. After he just dried out, he was a terrible drunk, but he dried out in Palm Beach, and I went to work for him for a year. I helped do his studio. I'd cook, clean, paint whatever he needed painting. Anyway, he used the row palette, which was black to white. It would be 5 different colors. Then you had brown all the way to yellow, and 5 different colors. Same with the red row and the blue and the green. I morphed away from that, and now I just put the tube colors, just full strength tube colors, in the places where they'd normally be, and then I kind of cross mix them together to get whatever paint I'm looking for. Right now I'm painting flesh, so all the paint is being mixed here is the flesh colors and the hair color. So every little pile of paint gets a drop of oil of cloves. It's an extender, and the medium I use is stand oil and Damar varnish, half and half, and this one has 3 eyedropperfuls of oil of cloves put in it to extend the drying time, because I work on a wet manner. It's all alla prima. You work on a section of a painting until it is finished, and then it dries. And if it's not correct, then you would go back and later retouch it with a varnish or whatever you would like. This is the palette knife I like. It's got a slant on it, It's my go-to palette knife. I can't really paint without one. But and down here I have some a roll of paper towels and a roll of toilet paper I wipe my brush on, or my palette knife on. And these are the basic brushes that we use. The first ones are the two red sable. I have them in various sizes, and then you have the blending brushes, which are Badger brushes. One is a filbert cut at an angle, and the other one is sold as a Badger brush. And I also have the classic stippling brush. This is a watercolor striping brush, but I put an extension on it to make it more like an oil. And this is the special rubber tip brush. I picked this up over in England from John Rouse, and since then I've used them to great advantage because I work a la prima, and in order to get the whitest of the white, you have to wipe the medium away from the canvas, revealing the canvas, and that is your white. That's what you use for white. So it's tints of the medium with the color that make up the color, and then in the end you would put the white on the canvas where it would only be nicely white, so that especially in the face where the highlight is the lightest. You got to remember that once you put any paint on the canvas, it's not really pure. It's already dark, so it's very complicated to get a white. And there's the needle, and the one other thing I want to mention is the way I load the brushes when I'm working on a color. We're mixing the color, and we're only using medium in it. We don't want to put any turpentine with the medium. So I would take this knife and I would push the color into the brush without having to clean the brush. I would reload the brush with the color that I liked, and then I would paint for like that. So we go back here, and I'm just going to reload the brush with the new mixed color by pushing it, and that way the brush, you don't really use the brush violently, and the sable lasts a long time. And the turpentine that I use is the highest quality I can get at the hardware store. The English turpentine at the art store is very expensive, but my turpentine has to smell a certain way, and this one is very close to being perfect. I have a nice gallon of it. So that's basically the story of the palette, the Ralph Worth Cowan palette. It's the academic palette that is taught at the Art Students League, and I guess in every other academic school. Well, finally gonna start.
24 hours, baby. 24 hours to
Always starts with the soul.
Boy, do I love Saturday. Hey, boy, let me see it. Come on. Okay, wait. Listen, Jack, even if you're not interested, don't fur it from me. If I get a girl on the hook and I say I'm 26, don't laugh, will you? Okay, 26. Don't laugh. This is a crucial weekend for me. I know. Jack, I've got a confession to make. In my whole life, I never kissed a girl. Maybe you got something, man. No. I thought once I got in the army in uniform, it'd be different. I've been coming into this town every weekend for 3 months. Just like Green Hill. Goose egg, goose egg, goose egg. This is my last chance to kiss an American girl.
What do you want me to do? Sing the Star Spangled Banner?
Oh, be a pal. Try to put yourself in my place. Funny looking like me, only needing to shave once a month. Hello, girl.
Go back to school, Junior. The army needs men.
Oh, they're all dogs. Just because there's 60,000 soldiers in town.
That was the 18th attempt, George. Why don't you just quit? You know what the trouble is? You. You're depressing. You're an anchor. Maybe you're right, kid.
Got no spirit. Dead on your feet. You're gonna come down with melancholia.
With what?
Melancholia. I read it in a book. One of the guys in the barracks has it. He rents it out for 50 cents a night. Adolescent repressions and their emotional consequences. Oh, it's scientific. Psychological. Hey, come on.
Some other time, George.
Oh, you promised.
Okay.
Oh, Charles?
I'm Gladys. She's Gloria. She's a high school graduate.
PFC George Crescent. This is Private Jack Greer. Fuck.
Enchanted. Enchanted.
Enchanted, too.
What are you girls doing tonight?
We're thirsty.
Ice cream sodas?
Alcohol.
Is there a bar open around here?
There sure is.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Which one do you want? It's your turn to choose first. The good-looking one. Okay, Georgie. Suppose a girl can't be too particular with a war going on.
You'll never regret it.
There are no seats at the bar.
Well, let's dance.
Hey, Gloria, we got a couple of seats at the bar.
Four beers, pal. I said 4 beers, pal. What are you looking at?
I told you we should always salute officers.
I'm 26 years old. Ask him.
He's, It's no use, George. Happy boy here must have some kids of his own. Come on, girls.
You know what you did? You insulted the United States Army. And don't think people aren't going to hear about it. Well, boys, it's been very nice.
Oh, you're not leaving.
I'm afraid we have to. We might as well face it, soldier. This is doomed.
Yeah.
Mrs. Greer? Hello, Carrie. Hello. How have you been? I've been fine. We haven't seen you in a long time. I rang the front bell. If you're busy, I can come back later. That's all right. I'll be just as busy later. The glamorous young married set at home. Oh, I'm getting old. Can I help? That hat? Now can I help? But we pay very badly. I thought you were in school. I came home for my birthday. I'm supposed to go back tonight. How old are you? 20. Mrs. Greer, Nancy, please don't make me feel anxious. Nancy.
People keep turning.
Yeah.
Well, I have to go now. I have a brigadier general waiting for me in the next car. Good luck, Jack.
Thanks. You too.
Oh, tell tell Martin I'm gonna look him up. I want to see him.
Sure, I'll tell him. So long, Colonel.
Oh, hi. We were afraid we were going to be late.
Hey,
Just in time.
Hello, Sarah.
Evening, Nancy.
Well, there's Carrie Turner. Do you mind if I ask her to join us?
Oh, you go ahead. Hey, don't you think it's about time you and Nancy made up?
There's nothing to make up. I'm always polite to her.
That's polite, but here she comes. There he is. Jack!
Jack.
Jack! Come up. Oh, it's good to have you back. Hello, Jack. Glad to see you.
Thanks, Mike.
Hi, Jack. You look very well.
Right from the beginning, Nancy, I want to square something. About that last night at your house, the night before I went away,
Forget it.
I don't want to forget it. I want to tell you you were right. You helped me straighten myself out. You made it a lot easier for me, Nancy.
Jack.
Betty. I still owe her $15. No wonder she's emotional. Hello, Carrie.
Hello, Jack.
Not in front of my mother and father. You'll be home tomorrow?
I'll be home tomorrow.
Okay, folks, come on, I'm starved.
I'll take you back, son.
Carrie, don't you want to come along with us? Not tonight, Nancy. Thank you.
Driven from advanced positions in the Manchurian border, UN troops strive grimly to hold defense lines which in some places were only 15 miles beyond Pyongyang. A new and fresh army backed up by armored units hurled back the UN forces on the Central Front.
You're turning that radio off on my account. You don't have to, Paul. Oh, I just get tired of that yap all day long. Radio is a great step forward. Progress. Speed of sound. Bad news traveling from one end of the world to another before you can blink an eye. Yeah.
Well, at this stage of the game, you're still just trying to paint, put the paint in the right spot. And so I'm starting with the dark colors, working up from the lighter dark colors, and we'll just eventually get to a point where there's a lot of brush stroke with that particular color. So there you go. It's kind of laborious, but you do get to do work right in the meat of the painting because you're also defining the transparent color of the iris, which is part of a dark spectrum. So it's all very exciting because every dark color has this endless plane of whether it be the lips, the color that's next to the dark color of the lips to go on and become the rich color of the lips and then bleed off to the reflection point. So anyway, there you go.
I just got here. What'll it be? Oh.
See Landrum today? said, what do you want?
He wants me to go back into the army, Nancy.
Oh?
Yeah, he put in a request for me in his outfit. I got the papers the other day.
Tell me.
All right. I meant to, but well, I didn't say that.
You are exempt.
Not exactly. You have to apply for exemption.
Have you applied?
No.
What are you waiting for?
I don't know what I meant to,
But what?
but it's kind of mixed up, Nancy. They need me. Well, Landry thinks they need me.
Why doesn't Landry mind his own business?
Maybe he thinks that is his business. Maybe I think he's right. You remember how you talked to Jack before you went in?
Yes, I remember. And I remember also that Jack was a kid in school without a care in the world while you were overseas fighting for 4 years.
It didn't do me any harm. And since then, we've done all right.
You've done wonderfully. Came back here, moved in with your family, and only a year later got a home of our own. This place. Been here 2 years. 2 years. Is that the limit that people are permitted to be happy nowadays?
Nancy, don't make it any tougher for me than it is.
Oh, Martin, please don't.
I do and out the army. I have to make peace with myself. Ever since I was 15 years old, I thought of myself as being honest, responsible, and
He's dreaming.
in about 10 years, he's going to ask me a question. What were you doing, Daddy, when the world was shaking? I go to summer hotels, huh? Room for 200 guests. Biggest dance floor in town. Nancy.
I don't care. I don't care. I can't be left alone anymore. I love you. That's my patriotism.
That isn't true.
That's what I believe in. That's what I'll defend. That's my life.
That isn't true, Nancy. I love you, darling. I've been saying it after all these years. That isn't true. Is it?
No. It isn't.
I seem to remember this place.
Me too. Faint.
A girl I once knew used to come here with me occasionally. Strange type. Said she had no interest in men at the moment. Wanted to learn Japanese.
How did you make that?
Don't know. I was gonna ask you.
She never learned Japanese.
Tough.
She did learn a couple of other things, though.
She did. What?
That.
I'm glad to see she didn't waste her time.
Well, that remains to be seen.
I learned a couple of things myself in the last few months.
You did?
Mhm.
What?
How to take apart an M1, blindfolded. How to read a map. How to look busy when the top sergeant shows up.
Is that all?
No. I also learned how to be lonely in the middle of 20,000 men. How to remember what your voice sounds like. How to laugh secretly to myself at little jokes you made 6 months, a year ago. How to hope. How to tell you I love you.
Glad to see you didn't waste your time either. forget something.
What time does this plane leave?
Midnight. Jack's driving to the airport.
You aren't going?
No, I didn't want to leave the children. And we decided to say goodbye here at home.
Nancy?
As you can see, I'm just slowly. I've developed this half shade, transparent color that I'm going to lay in, and you continually want to keep the white being the white of the gesso, and when you get to that point, then you fill it in with white from the paint tube, and that's the end of it. So it's kind of like a watercolor, but you really get the color that's pretty special. It's pretty special.
Mississippi, pearl, gold.
We come out here to trade.
You can see it's a laborious process of trying to put paint in the right spot, in the right shade, in the right tint. So you're dealing with many levels. The tint on the canvas. It's not the paint itself, it's the combination of the canvas and the but you want to have a good coating, and this means that you have to have more. You're going to have to go for white more. It's just amazing how hard it is not to avoid the darkest white. I mean, the whitest, well, just to use any white paint is inferior to the transparency for the yeah. This is a light wash. I mean, it's the medium. The medium is the paint itself. You're really trying to put the medium down as the base of the paint. Now here, this is what we run into. Might be hard pressed to make sense out of this right now, but so it just seems so fragile. Makes you want to put more stand oil in the medium to give it a little more oomph, since that's all you're dealing with is half Damar varnish, half stand oil, and that makes up the paint. And here I'm already in an area where, oh, see, that's way off, so you can always take a Q-tip and take that out. So, see, you can, I guess that means you can just put a touch of a little light on a touch of the darker colors and come up with the shadow color. It's really the mauve of a night makeup color. Really, it's the baseline of the makeup color. It's kind of a cowardly way to paint, but you do have fun slowly working out the details, especially when you work on the eyes. You're really focusing on the eyes more than anything else. Uh, this surrounds dabbling will be alleviated soon, since now we're working, so we're basically committed for, you know, as many days as it takes. The paint will take 10 days to set, maybe 6 days of working time. We'll see.
In fact, I even think I'm getting jealous.
Many women are jealous of her
Well,
Mandel.
Do you
we're
love
working on the eye color now, which is the most intense color,
it? Stop pretending.
the iris color. It has to be completely pure, and I must say I'm trying everything at the kitchen sink to make it that way, but it just ain't happening. You have to keep your always have to keep your brush full of medium. You can't have any turpentine in the brush. It offsets the ability of the oil to be permanent. You have to use all medium. You can't have any turpentine in it. I don't even use any turpentine in the medium. So
I just can't
you're just
believe
stuck with
it.
this endless problem
Well,
of,
it's like seeing myself as Marie Antoinette.
I mean, how else can I do that? I have to.
As one of the court officers assigned to protect Her Highness, I'm forgiven for keeping my secret.
Yes.
I'm just gonna have to hash it out. But it's such an important part of the painting, so it's not like it's not worth spending all the time on it. Usually, the go-to color would be
Now I know I need have no fear.
Van Dyke
Princess.
brown,
Nor a
which
very
is the richest brown in the chemical palette. But here you can see right here, it's just lacking a little bit. So you throw in a little cadmium orange, and that's all you got. That's all you got. That's it. There's just no. It's just nothing more. Nothing more. That's all you got. There's no other tricks in the book.
Only that someone in Paris.
We'll just keep trying to keep that. Of course, the perimeter is always. Right here, you never want to go in there and just make it. That's got to be a shadow in there. You've got to take full advantage of the shadow of the eye, because it helps you develop the form. So everything gets painted. I have two levels of. You paint what's in the shade, and you paint what's in the light. The shade is just as, if not more important, the shaded area. Here we have a distinct shaded area. It's just an incredible distinct shaded area. It's going to take. It's an extremely complex set of events to paint that double shaded area. Well, here we are on the second day of painting on the portrait of Helen, or the alien abduction. Basically, I'm using two photographs I printed out from the master photograph, and I'm just slowly spending my time filling in the white spaces with transparent paint, using a medium of half Damar varnish, half stand oil, and it's just a laborious process of trying to put the right color in the right spot. The first time, and you mix your brush with paint, you get like one proper color. Like right now, I'm looking for a little bit darker flesh color, and I'm going to apply that in the beginning of the shadow areas. So it's always a
understand my music. You just listen to
just about
He's in
how
the
to
of this film. That's the world, kid.
just
That's
how
the
to
way it goes. I hate commercialism too.
daub and
Don't blame
daub
the poor
until
sound engineer,
it
blame
gets
the
all
world,
filled in,
blame
and it
me.
gets a lot more fun afterwards. So
Turn up
there you
that
go.
level, will you, Joseph? Did you say the leader's name is?
I've got the
He calls himself Ghost.
camera suspended on a pretty flimsy
The Ghost.
tripod with a
How's that for a group, huh? The kids will
certainly
buy it.
not
They'll
very
track the kids.
stable. Kind of
That's the
floats
market you have to
around
sell to nowadays.
in the studio, and in the
How's it feel?
background we're listening to
I told you that, didn't I?
Connie
How's it
Stevens
feel?
and Bobby Darin and Too Late Blues. It's a cute film about some jazz musicians in New York City and a singer and how they go about
Princess, you were just wonderful.
working.
Oh,
If you don't mind, Charlie, it's my girl. Boy, you're getting fast. Honey, you were just beautiful. Honestly.
Ghost, you're a kook, baby, but I love you.
Well, we're continuing working on putting the color on the canvas, and I've started now to use this rubber tip brush to bring out the areas that have to be lighter. It's very hard to get a light color in oil,
I sold my car and I got Quincy to make
and the only way to get a good light color
You guys want to make it? Hey, Rob.
is to have it to be transparent.
Adam, word's out.
So
The man up there, the big man.
I'm removing
Ain't
the
nobody supposed to mess with you, no way.
But that
area here.
octopus you made, Paul, baby, with them long things.
Say, man, Les is going into the Tiger Club. Why don't you try him? He's supposed to be your boy.
So this is the first time I've gone around and
Thanks, guys.
done this, and it's pretty dramatic how it helps get things working.
Crawl it in a fine suit, like a commando.
Look, Miss Ferguson, you may.
Whisper to one how much you love her. Whisper to one how much you care. Whisper to one you place no one above her. Tell her your life is hers to share. Whisper to two, and troubles will hide you. Whisper to two, and you may wind up with none.
Just the ability to get some sort of a white from the canvas. You can see now with the rubber tip brush, you can go in there and bring out areas, because you're going to need to clean that up. But it just is shocking how natural it seems.
You whisper to one.
Sarge?
Luther, I said no soap in the men's room.
I'll take care of it right away.
Let me put it to you this way. The captain thinks maybe you'll pull your trumpet man's police cards.
Who's behind this?
I didn't ask. Good night, Luther. Oh, the other four are okay.
And we're going to take 5. All right, so what does it mean?
There was $1,000 worth of soap in the men's room. They'll close me up, Adam. Right now, they could walk in and find 40 violations. You know these rats. What am I going to do? The little man has a long arm. Friends in the party. Like the licenses are under the police. I don't know if they walk in and close me up, where will we all be?
Yeah, listen, where will we all be?
Get your hand off me.
Adam, you walk away from me now. You can keep going forever.
Get away from me.
No, Nelson, please.
Don't let me see you no more, man, huh?
It'll be my pleasure.
What the hell is wrong with you? Then get away from me.
And get out of the business. You're no good. You stink. You understand that? And you're white. Now what do you need it for?
I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I can deal with a character, something real. But
Hello. Yeah, Les. No, I haven't. Look, I don't give a... Les, I don't care why he walked out. Yeah. She's here. Les.
Les? Yes, I'm listening.
Hey, mister, could you give me 15 cents for the subway?
Here's $50. But you, wait a minute. You got to promise me you'll buy wine with it.
Oh, yes, sir. That's exactly what I'm going to do. You can bet on that. Yes, sir.
Swing, baby.
Thank you. Hey, mister, why don't you come with me, huh? Come on, we can have a ball, huh?
No.
What do you say?
No, man, I'm going to England. I'm going to go to England.
And you start using a stippling brush. Just an angled brush.
Fine, man.
Hey.
Just a minute, please. Hello, man. How are you?
All right. Is Matty here?
Yeah, he's inside.
That's good. It's very good. That's very good. Matty? Matty, what? Oh, what do you want me to do, Matty? Hey, Matty. Look at me, Matty. I'm crawling for you, Matty.
Adam, keep away.
I'm crawling to you, see? I will, Matty. I'll do anything you want me to. Matty, I shine your shoes for you, see? You want me to go south, Matty? I'll do it, Matty. Anything you tell me to do, I'll do. Anything you say, Matty.
All right, what do you want, Adam?
I like. Matty, I would like to go on the tour, see? Anything you want me to do, Matty, I'll do. There's this kid. And this kid I know, see? His name is Vincent. You know him, Bobby. He's a good kid. I'd like to take him along.
You're the star.
Well, if that's the case, I would like to. I'm gonna have to have somebody to roll me. I'd like very much to have my. I think I should get about $12.50 a week, huh?
I repeat, you're the star.
You're the star. And that calls for a drink, huh?
Yeah, talk to me, Vinny. Let's take him home, huh?
Hey, I'm all right, Freddy. Get back up there. He's right. Get out there. Get out there, buddy.
You tell Matty, see? You tell him I had discipline. I did my job. I had discipline. Only the audience didn't.
And when stippling, you're still trying to keep it down to as few strokes as possible. Whatever it takes immediately to get there.
I realize this isn't much, but we call it home. Wait, here you go. Sit yourself down, make yourself comfortable.
My suitcases.
Oh, your suitcase. I was just looking at you because you look good. Good. Get them suitcases for that lady. Yes, sir. Here's your suitcase. I gotta talk. Gotta tell you what happened. We started out seeing on the tour, and I was scared. No sense of lying. I was really scared. And suddenly it started to happen. We played one date, get in the bus afterwards, and the cats, they're always kibitzing. Cats are turning on and, drinking. And I suddenly found myself looking at them and laughing a little bit. I think I was laughing at myself, too. But I was making it, Claudia. I started to make it. We finished one date, another one. The audiences were wild. Everything started to happen good. And I finished it. Finished the whole tour. Now we're up north. There's no problems. You know what pulled me through? I kept thinking about what you said to me. How you never wanted me to be less than what I am. And I made it. I love you. I love you very much. I would like to marry you. I want you to be my wife. Spend the rest of your life with me. I love you. Well, come on. Now, wait a minute. I've seen all those movies now. The guy says to a girl, I'd like your hand in marriage. And she goes, ooh, I never thought that you would ask me. Having waited already for 10 years for him to say it, right? Well, say something, honey. I want to marry you.
Let's not talk about marriage yet, huh?
You're still testing me, aren't you?
No, and I'm not going anywhere. It's just that I don't think we should talk about marriage when you're at that high emotional peak. I should wait until you're level. Be sure.
I tell you what, you marry me and I'll never level off. All right?
Know something?
Uh-huh. You're
I'm
starving.
star. Stop it, Claudia, stop it. How long you intend to go on punishing yourself like this? You are not responsible.
How can you say that, Nelson? I fell in love with a beautiful, sensitive man. A hurt man. A man who hit back, who never let anybody step on him. He was proud. And what did I do? I lectured him. Adam, you can't do this. Adam, you mustn't do that. I would rather he fought on that street corner and died.
Claudia!
Yes, died! But instead he stood there, did nothing, because of me. He loved me. And he gave up his manhood for me. Oh, he was always talking about what he was doing to me. Dear God, what did I do to him? What did I do to him?
Where you been, boy? You look chewed up and spit out. We all been going out of our mind. Is Vincent dead? No, he's coming along. He'll be fine. Hey, come in up here, blowing. Well, I'm resting my chops. Hey, boy. Let's go on down to the band room, then. Yeah. I think you're gonna have to help me. Pleasure.
14. See you beat that.
What do I got, Ron?
12.
Damn.
It was all my money, the blind man. Yeah, I'm going to
What? Really got him. Sure did. Adam? Why don't you come and blow one, baby?
I can't. I ain't got no trumpet. I ain't got a mouthpiece.
We got a horn for you. Ron, get that case over here. We got it a horn for you, baby. So you understand.
Nothing. But what am I supposed to tell Manny? Dear sweet Manny. He's an agent. He's looking for his 10%. We'll give him 10% of that.
What's happening?
What am I going to do with him?
Now we're still moving paint around, trying to just address the trouble areas first. You know, there's things that stick out. You know, getting this brightness here is going to be, you know, slowly picked over. At least it's At least it's moving on into the area of having fun, a little more fun. Because you got something to work with.
Musicians. You're children. They're all children.
I guess in the normal way this would be painted is that the model would be right here, and I could work from life. Certainly is desirable, but you can't have everything. Even my own daughter won't sit for me. Oh, she'll probably come and sit for a little bit if the paint's still wet, or make changes after the paint's dried. We can make some corrections if needed. So but right now I'm just really applying the principles of painting. I mean, it's no different that painting here than if I was gazing over at a model. I'm still dealing with trying to get that put down here. Well, gee, what do you? Certainly don't need a model all the time, although the old masters had them because they could afford them. I certainly would do it if I could afford it. So, whoops.
Are you out of your mind? What I do, man? He's back. What? Johnson, he's crazy. That man is crazy. He put you out here? Put me out there. That cat is really crazy.
You're gonna get.
That's my cousin. Every cat should have a cousin like that.
Willie, you'd better get back in bed. Claudia, fix him something hot to drink. No, don't worry. Just get him back in bed.
Come on, Grandpa. Take these things off for good, Dad.
That's it. The drink. He's like to come in there and kill me in my sleep.
First, don't talk foolish. All you need is a cold or something. How do you do? How do you do?
What the hell's the matter with you?
Look, I tell you could use my apartment if you had a chick or something, you know? And you want to swing and ring it? That would be...
Hey, shush me, man. It's my apartment. You're losing your minds. What you do? Blow the key?
No, I didn't blow the gig. I didn't like the dress the boss's wife was wearing, so I just told her, "Lady, take your dress off. I'm leaving." She wouldn't take her dress off, so I left. That's it.
Look, you were supposed to be out of town. You gave me the key. I brought the man in here, and I'd like him to stay tonight and tomorrow. I'll give you some loot for a hotel room. Miss Claudia Ferguson, Adam Johnson.
So,
Mr. Johnson, I think I'm actually meeting you in person. You know, I have all your albums, Mr. Johnson, because I dig you the most. Really, I do. You are something else.
I'm his cousin, and my name is Theo.
Claudia, you can stay at my apartment. I'll fall in with a friend.
no. No, nothing. I wouldn't think of that. It'll be all right.
Go on to bed, honey. I know you're tired.
Please, I insist.
Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Good night. How about that, huh? In a way, she stood there and put me on like that.
Cool it, man. Don't make a bigger mess of things than you already have. You know what I mean? Good night.
Good night, Mouse.
Good night, miss.
Adam, don't let that girl stay here for real. Don't let her stay here.
I got an idea. Look, why don't you take some money, see, and go to the hotel. It's a Hotel Tompkins. It's downtown on 47th Street. See, and you let the cat give you a room, and I'll be down there in about an hour and a half. Get your bag. Come on.
Adam,
Come on. You'll be okay, Cleo.
my name is Thea.
Well, I call you Cleo because you remind me of the Queen of the Nile. Come on. Get your bag. There we go, baby.
That the chick that let herself be bit by a snake?
Yeah, but don't worry about it, baby. I'll
Adam,
be
you
down.
told me I could stay here.
I'll be down there in an hour and a half.
Adam, you made me leave my family, my home, job, everything.
I'll be down in an hour and a half, baby.
Where's your cousin?
She split.
Listen, I'm awfully sorry about all this.
No. Don't worry about it. Might not turn out too bad anyway.
I'll take the couch.
No, I want you to sleep in my bed. You're Claudia, huh? Hey, you know, Nelson has talked about nothing else but you the last month. He says you're a fresh wind. He makes a big thing about you being in jail. He said Martin Luther won't make a move without you. How long were you in jail?
3 weeks.
You cold?
No.
Why are you shaking?
Slap my face. Come on, slap my face.
I said resistance, huh? A new Negro. From your enemy. Thanks to you, I can buy a hot dog in any dime store in the country now.
I'd like to wash my face and go to bed.
Wait a minute.
Down home chick from Algiers, Louisiana. I'm goofing this up. That isn't what I wanted to say.
Won't you get a good night's sleep?
I've made a very bad impression, haven't I?
Really, Mr. Johnson, I'm very tired.
Are you a virgin? I mean, what's wrong with them southern boys, huh? Have they ever put down them picket signs?
You're acting just like they say we act.
And you don't want to act that way, 'cause that's what they say, huh? Oh, hell, baby, I won't tell nobody.
Come on, open my door. Get the hell away from that door, big city man. I'll open your head.
All right, sweet daddy. To be or not to be? That is a question. But it is noble. It is noble. Hell with it. Later.
Adam here?
No, I don't think so.
Were you a friend of his?
Not exactly.
Not exactly. Well, what's your name, honey?
Claudia. What's yours, honey?
Oh, Vincent. Adam and me, we're thick, you know. Claudia. That's a pretty name. And you're a pretty girl.
What you doing, boy?
Oh, I'm a friend of Adam's. He's teaching me. He lets me come up here sometime. Gee, I'm sorry. I didn't know there was anyone up here.
Well, we're guests of Mr. Johnson's.
Well, I'm awful sorry. I didn't know.
He's teaching you, huh? Honey?
Yes. Is Adam in town?
Yes.
Done it again. Well, where is he?
I don't know.
Damn, man.
Hello, baby.
Hi, Adam.
You just going to bed or just getting up?
Adam Johnson. First man of the trumpet. Hey, they're gonna book him into the zoo. He's gonna play for the giraffes. They can't talk back. They got no vocal cords.
Why don't you go get a job, man?
You know, he's right. I mean, we could be out selling insurance, working in banks, or 100 other worthwhile pursuits. I mean, but here we are in this funky dive, shucking and jiving. It's a shame. I hear they need engineers in California.
Why don't somebody tell me these things? Some guys just love themselves. Take him. He could have been white, but he turned it down. How's about that?
Yeah, man. How's about that?
Man, let me hip you to something. When a guy's little, and he knows he's little, and he thinks that you're thinking he's little, you look out. You watch out, baby. Hi, Adam.
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, I came to talk to you about a job.
Will you get out of here?
Yeah, it wouldn't do any good now. I just get there in time for the last bell anyway.
You ain't gonna be happy till they throw you out on your head. Till they throw you out on your head, are you? Look, I'll talk to you later, man. Mr. Ferguson?
My name is Mr. Get the Hell Out of Here.
I'm sorry about that. I was kind of wiped out last night. I hope you'll find it in your heart to forgive me. I wasn't my normally charming self. You know, sort of forget it. Sort of musician to musician.
That's a very sweet apology, Grandpa.
You're not only pretty, you're sensitive. Because that was a very sweet apology. And I brought this for you. The man that I bought it from said they're flowers. That's what it is. Okay.
Thank you.
And I want you to accept them and like them, because it'll get me off the hook.
I don't like keeping anybody on the hook.
You sound like I got a friend. Shake? Oh, and incidentally, the place is yours. Stay here as long as you want. Enjoy everything. Got a good tape machine, so, play all the things you want. It's all yours.
I suppose you didn't know who I was.
Why, as a matter of fact, sir, I did not. Because had I known that Sweet Daddy Ferguson was in my place, you know I'd have to be more courteous.
You know it, man. Not behind that, baby. That was cool, baby.
You gotta get that oil.
Mr. Johnson, may I have your autograph?
I broke it.
Seated little bastard. Hi, Nelson.
Hi. Miss Harris, Miss Ferguson.
How do you do? You're Sweet Daddy's granddaughter. How nice. I read about him today in Winchell's column. He said the only thing old about him was his clothes.
That is a fact. Sit down.
Thank you. You don't have to say hello.
That's right. I don't have to say hello. Hey, why don't you let me buy a fresh one for everybody?
No, it's too late. I gotta take Claudia home.
Are you tired, Miss Ferguson?
Not a bit. In fact, Oh, I guess it really is time to go.
Look, why don't you go on home, Sleepy, and I'll see when the lady gets back.
It's 3:30. Of course. Well, if you want to stay.
No, Nelson. I guess we better go. No. Give me 3 minutes.
I'll go with you, honey.
Okay.
Hey, you blow good.
You're mad at me, right?
Who, me?
Adam sure puts people on, you know. Claudia, you need a chick who understands it. Don't want to change him. You gotta make it his way.
It's hard to love a man like that, isn't it?
No. We fit. He's got rocks in his head. I got holes in mine.
He's gonna marry you?
That's what I mean. You gotta make it his way.
I think you're a very nice person.
Basically.
What is it? Mr. Johnson, please, you're gonna be grandpa.
My agent has a place. Stay.
Very well with me. I'm not the wildest looking chick you ever saw. Certainly seen better bodies. Why me?
I don't know. I saw you in that giant. Don't lie to me, Claudia. I feel your body now, and you want me too.
I'm not Martha. I can make myself do without you. I want an answer. Why me?
Maybe I want to spoil you for any other man you might meet.
Spoil me? Won't you be surprised if I spoiled you? Listen, Mr. Johnson, you started with me and you're in for some big trouble. 'Cause I'm more woman than you've ever handled.
You know something you just might be?
I know what I am. I know what I've got to give. You don't. I'm not interested in kissing your tears away. And I don't want a seat at your funeral. And I won't let you be any less than what you are. Ever.
A chick that ain't done nothing yet. You sure lay down some strong dudes, baby.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
He's dry, baby. He's caked. And he doesn't love you either. He can't love anybody. He just wants to rack you up like a pool ball.
Yes, I know. Only there's something in that man. Something in his soul that keeps screaming to me. Help me, help me. I don't want to die. Nelson, please try to understand.
Yeah. I guess we've all heard that scream, all of us. And every time we hear it, we come running to try and save him. Because he's got so much to save. But you know something? He won't let you save it. All you can do is stand there and take it. Whatever he hands out, take it and cry. And that's what you're going to do, Claudia. Believe me. Take it and cry.
Marvelous! Don't you just love it? Love and demonstrations and all of that down there. Yes, fantastic. You mean you sit on a stool, a cat comes along and knocks you off, you just get back up on it? Well, it's gas. I hear they have special classes where they teach you how to take abuse. What? It's gas. I hear they have special classes where they teach you how to take abuse. Why don't you teach me some of that scam? You dirty black bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seat.
Nick,
Please. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Please, take your seats. It's all right. Take your seats, please. As a matter of fact, The whole thing was arranged. That's just what happened in the good old, bad old days back in Tin Type Hall whenever Sweet Sugar Daddy played.
Look. All right, I was wrong, okay? I should have waited to find out what it was all about. Maybe let her break your head with a bottle. Honey, all I saw was that old chick's hands on that cute old doll.
Adams, clowning is not it.
All right. Come on, who's kidding who, huh? You've had it, right? I mean, that's it, isn't it? When you found out you ain't no miracle worker, didn't you?
Why are you always pushing me to put you down? Can't you stand love?
Look, I am what I am, baby, that's it.
What do you think I expect of you?
I don't know. I don't know what you but whatever the hell you expect of me, I can't make it, baby. I just can't.
Adam, I don't want you to be any less than what you are.
Come on, Claudia, let's face it, huh? It won't work, baby. I mean, why don't you go back to school and write your plays and write about the dignity of man and save humanity? I just drag you down, baby.
Why are you always pushing me to put you down? Can't you stand love?
Look, I am what I am, baby, that's it.
What do you think I expect of you?
I don't know. I don't know what you but whatever the hell you expect of me, I can't make it, baby. I just can't.
Adam, I don't want you to be any less than what you are.
Come on, Claudia, let's face it, huh? It won't work, baby. I mean, why
Why don't you go back to school and write your plays and write about the dignity of man and save humanity? I just drag you down, baby. Hey, sweet daddy. It was like a pretty swinging groovy party.
Oh, people's nice, Adam. But don't stay long. I reckon an old man makes these kids uneasy. Seem like the people don't know what to say to me.
Maybe it's just that they don't know what to say to a genius. Excuse me. Adam, can I see you a minute? You sure?
Ain't you dead yet, baby?
No, but you are.
Mr. John!
Cool it, huh? It's a nice party, Milton. Adam. Man, I don't talk. Look, I came over here to apologize, okay? For what particular thing this time, huh? Well, don't get salty, Nelson. I'm not salty, Adam. I'm just tired, you know what I mean? You mess up and you apologize. You goof off and you apologize. I'm always the guy who understands. But after what you did to Claudia... After what I did to her... What are you doing to that old man over there, huh? You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna break his heart. You and your true jazz. You know what's gonna happen, Nelson? You're gonna play a while. He's gonna be in. The novelty's gonna wear off. The oddity's gonna be gone. He won't be able to go back home again in the rice fields, and that sweet, nice old man's gonna be bumming drinks at bars up in Harlem.
Hey, Adam, hey, this trio is cooking, man. Come on, get your horn and wail a little bit, will you?
I got no horn with me.
Well, listen, everybody expects you to play, baby. Come on.
I don't care what they expect from me, Mel. You're a musician. You're supposed to know. I don't feel like playing. I don't play, that's all.
Gee, I'm sorry, Dad. I just thought you'd like to play a little bit.
Excuse me, wait a minute. Maybe later on. I'm hung out, you know, and later on I'll play.
Hey, listen, pal, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, well, I'll see you a little later on, huh?
You slept 16 hours. Do you know that? And for breakfast?
Look, as soon as I find you a place, I want you to get out of here.
I'm starting something new. A live-in.
What's a living?
All right, then. I love it. Want to call the cops?
No.
See that?
Yeah.
That is food. Food. Fork, knife, spoon. Is it all coming back to you?
Claudia, maybe you can stand what I'm doing to you, but I can't.
My dear man, little things escape you, such as I adore you.
And I'm mad about you. Stop blaming yourself for the accident. It wasn't your fault.
Killed my wife. My baby. Blinded Les. And Claudia, it was my fault.
They slashed your tires, Adam.
No. No. We were playing a little southern town right after the concert. A good concert. Everybody was swimming. There was a bunch of kids, jazz fans. White kids, colored kids. Just jazz fans. And they were getting autographs, and some of the girls were kissing me on the cheek. There was this big cop there. Big old fake cop. He didn't like that at all. And one of the girls brought me over a big bucket champagne bottle in it, all wrapped up like a present. Cop stopped her. Said, who's that for? She said, it's for Mr. Johnson. To his club. Knocked it out of her hand. And looked back at me. Said to her, I don't see no Mr. Johnson. All I see is a bunch of niggas. So, I went out, and I got drunk. I got stone drunk. I couldn't see nothing. I got in my car, started to drive. I was drunk, Claudia. I was evil. I was drunk.
Yeah, it's day 3. And I've got the canvas mostly covered, but I'm still looking.
So you know people
It's
want
day
to
3 of the.
A lot of turn this guy stumping out of.
It's day 3 of the painting, and the ear is finally looking. Well, it looks better in the camera image, but I'm moving on to, you know, of course I got to refine the nose, and the eyes have to be defined, but we got the larger masses of the flesh. No, I've got 2 good photographs printed out, Xeroxes, and the digital image on the camera, on the computer. I just got back from the Taft Museum, and they had an opening for reception, and I took advantage of going down there and seeing the old masterpieces that I studied under, I spent so many times going to the Taft. They don't let you paint there, but I spent a lot of time there. I did my copying from the Cincinnati Art Museum. Here I got a small piece of pencil that I want to remove, so I'm using a rubber tip brush dipped in turpentine it'll dissolve the pencil that's there. I don't like it. So it's always just a small attempt. In this painting, we have a second color scheme caused by the shadow on the face. And the shadow is very thin. As you can see here in the nose. I'm defining this shadow color. I'm going to have to anchor this part of the shadow, and then the line of the shadow goes across here, and this area here is all in shadow. So it's a basic case of if it's three shades or three sets of tonal values that make up the shape in the sun, there's three more steps in the shadows. They're all closely related to each other, but they take place in a whole new part of the tonal palette. So everything was laid in, kind of made it look like in a good spot with the right paint, but then in this part of the nose we have it's two caverns going down on a plane of a hillside, which is the nose. It's a good thing you only want to emulate it. You don't want to actually paint it for sure. So just like when I laid in the color, initially I was attempting to put the right color in the right spot. Well, now we're attempting to take out the part that is not in the right spot, and we're going to replace it with replace it with hopefully a simple dashed hand or a quick stroke to repair that problem area. So it's technically going from one problem area to another problem area. Since the nose is so incredibly serious, I've got to remove some pencil. Well, I tried to bring out the light. So my pencil is getting kind of worn out. My rubber tip pencil, but it's still there for sure. I mean, this pencil line, I can't have this pencil line here. So a little dot of turpentine. I guess with the brush slightly tilted. It'll run, the remnants will run down the brush instead of messing up the canvas. But anyway, once you're committed to doing the three shades in the shadow and three shades in the light, the bulk of the face is in the light. Here we have this area has a transitional phase where there's no hard edges. The hard edges start in here and go across the upper part of the eye. In fact, right there is where the shadow in the sclera, in the shadow highlight. The pupil is distorted on this. I haven't defined it enough. Well, here we are working on the eyeball, which is impossible. Once again, we got I gotta rebuild the lower lid. It's gotta go up. Because you're never really ever moving a lot. Once again, we're trying to get the eye, at least set up. I'm constantly trying to adjust the two layers of color. We got the color in the shadow, and then there's the color so we're working on like a shadow line here in the iris. The orange. But brown is always very difficult because you can't really get a decent. The iris, you have to use the highest level of brown. And, well, then you got the black. I just don't think there's any hope for, like, imagine having, in order to do this pupil properly with the shadow, I don't know what's in, but anyway, the whole eyebrow has to be, but we'll see. Let's just try to, I guess as they say in space, we're just going to work the problem. It's the upper eyelid totally in shadow. Even this, all this part is all in shadow. It goes to nothing. And then we have the shadow. Well, it's better than it was, but it ain't finished yet. Still have all that wonderful area here. The tear duct. the area of the flesh that leads up to the tear duct. Seems to be a piece of pencil in there, where just where the pencil in there, just where it's supposed to be light. Sometimes it's just easier, since it takes forever to fill all the spaces. Sometimes it's easier just to take the rubber tip brush and just get some closure going. We're certainly not looking for it to look flawless, but if you can just beat it into shape to have it at least come back up to what I consider a finish, then we got something. No, it's day 4 painting. I'm working on the nose right now. You always want to remove the pencil, but sometimes pencil line that's there needs to be removed so that you can have a nice color that goes in there. That happens to be kind of a delicate space, so I'm just using the bare brush with turpentine put on it. Hopefully I can remove enough. This is basically stripping the medium out of that area completely. So you can see the pencil there, at least I can. I guess it's coming along. I gotta trust the drawing, or with the shape I have going here now. I don't, you redraw the painting after the drawing is removed. When you start painting, you use the paint as the line, and the landmarks are like the inner nostril there, the darkest area, the dark lines where they are over here, this nostril, they're the ones that hold they hold the rule of the drawing, or the eyelids, or anywhere there's a sharp, that becomes the drawing. It's actually painted, but so we go from one drawing to another, but the final drawing is the paint. That replaces the drawing. Yeah. Well, as with any painting, I'm using 2 color prints, one, they're slightly printed differently and they're crude, but nonetheless show something. And then the digital screen, instead of having Helen sit for me all the time, you know, I guess as long as you have a good a photograph to work from, but even in the end, you're making the decisions. The person is actually on the canvas, so as long as you focus on getting the canvas done, God, it's like anything. It could be, you get your source for the model from like film, photographs, memory. None of that makes the form. Sorry. Once again, it's like you're moving small little pieces around, just trying to fill in the blanks. Eventually, it'll sort itself out as long as you sit and push put paint here, take something away from there, or whatever, moving this and that around. Eventually, it looks good.